Today's the day. Okay, so we got all this 9-ball parts made for an Marui Mp7, and this is not a Marui Mp7. Yeah, it's a copy, and it's the cheapest one you can find. Oh boy. Okay, so this is an Mp7, I think R4. Whatever. This thing. Let's say I will be very happy if I do not break anything before getting the gearbox out. So most videos start with, okay, there is an RIS panel, you can remove it. I will do it now. Done. Well, doesn't matter. So I will not remove the other one, but you have to remove few screws. This one, not. This one is fake. I have no clue why they did this. They could have just put in another screw. But yeah, all the other ones have to go. Probably one below the front side or the rear side. Yeah, below the front side. There's one more. Has to go. What are we gonna do in this video except trying to fit these tuning parts, not made for an well but for an Marui, and worth more than the entire gun. Yeah, what are we gonna do? Oh, by the way, these screws are not all the same length. If you are willing to disassemble a well Mp7, just keep this in mind. The long one is for the front. Now you can remove this thing, and yeah, here you see the cables. You can now make a screenshot, because you have to put the cables back in the right direction. This screw has to go. The good thing is, now I could just build in a MOSFET and new cables, and this is the easiest and only upgrade I would recommend for this thing, and for the Marui also. The Marui, cause you can't make it any better, and the well, cause it's very likely you are going to make things worse. So the spring has to go. This is holding the charging handle back. Now there are these two pins. We have to remove the screws which hold them in, and then we're gonna take them out. Quite easy. Well, it's like everything on this gun is quite easy, except the fact that everything on this gun is made fucking cheap, and it's very, very likely to break stuff. So this is the little screw we just got out. Next thing is you could just remove the gearbox now. Yeah, okay, after disassembling the wires, of course, but there is like a spacer in here which holds the box up. a little plastic thing under the box. This here. This is just put in there. Spacer. Nothing more. And this is a plastic thing they just used. Come on, focus. Piece of shit. Okay. So this plastic thing is where on the cooler one the serial number is placed with an aluminium on metal plastic metal plate. Yeah. So now every video I watched said, okay, just take out the gearbox. Yes. It's amazingly easy, of course, as you can see. I will just show us the trouble. You can just remove stuff and it won't get easier. So this is a charging handle assembly, which also has the dust cover with it, and the body is like half a centimeter apart now, but that's no problem. The material is that thin, I could just easily bend it like 2 centimeters. Yeah, it's hard to grab the gearbox, so I'm trying this with pliers, but this thing sits. Okay, now what to do? We need to remove this charging handle stuff, this here. So as you can see, if I move it down there, it's moving up there. I need to completely get this apart, or let's just bend it. I can bend it. I will bend it and I will get this part out. Should be possible. Yeah, well, have you seen it? Was super easy. Did it in no time. Well, gearbox is out now. This thing looking ridiculous as fuck. We got this nozzle here. Okay. I will wait a moment before I open this. Just to relax a little bit. This motor is the standard AEP cheap bullshit motor. These bushings, first look, they look good, but it's not metal. It's plastic. Great. Well, I tried out this well before. I need another screwdriver. And it worked quite fine. The gearbox sounded good, I guess. Except it sounded very, very, very slow. But yeah, we will change this. Anyway. Just taking this apart took me a while, cause the screws are fucking cheap, and one of them decided, nope, I will die before you can remove me, this one. I'm just troubling a bit. I heat it up, cause I just used Loctite, of course, and yeah, I did a lot of force, and I was searching for my Dremel to just cut it away. I did not found it. I tried again, and finally it worked. Piece of shit. Okay, next up, we're gonna open this fucker. And this is where the magic happens, guys. 4 tiny little fucking gears, a spring, a piston, a crazy system with nozzle and cylinder head. We can remove the spring, by the way. It's very easy to get it in from the outside if you just Dremel a little bit. And I have no idea why they didn't do this in the first place. Okay, let's check if all the tuning parts fit in. So, what do we have? We have this cylinder head. Nozzle goes away. Looks actually quite similar. Okay, let's try it. This out. This in. Not too bad. Little wobbly. Gonna add some Teflon tape. But seems to be fairly the same thing. Just made a little cut here because the piston head getting off from the original piston was quite hard. By the way, hard. This is the hard piston head now. Well, air seal is the same. No, it's the hard piston, of course. Air seal is the same because it's the same piston head. I got a tuning spring here. The tuning spring seems a little bit too hard. The original spring seems a little bit too weak. I will go with an original spring from an Cyma pistol, like an Cyma CM 127. Like in every AEP pistol are these springs. They are a little bit stronger than the well one, but not too strong, I guess. I will not try to kill the motor. So, the tuning spring goes away, the original spring goes away, the Cyma spring goes in. The spring guide fits, I tried it. So, I will just... Well... I do this very carefully, and I try to be polite to this little gearbox, but it's an absolute fuckery to get this thing back together. So I will just skip a little bit, or let's say I will show you very fast, and I will add some music, and I will relax myself while I just see again how fucking terrible it was to just get this thing back together. And I have no idea how I did it at the end. So I can't tell you this is a way. There is no way. It's just luck. So if you're gonna do this, and it's not in Marui, you have my best wishes, and I'm kinda happy to not be alone in hell anymore. Okay, I did it. The box is back together. I did not test it though. As you can see, I dremelled a little bit of this material here. Don't go too back to the far, and you can just shove in this fucking spring from outside. Which is a good thing, cause the spring would have cost me everything. It's working! Okay, you have to put back the nozzle, but yeah, it's working. Oh boy, I'm so happy now. Nice. Let's check the tuning barrel. Good. Next up, we're gonna put this apart. How to disassemble the barrel? You need to remove the cap, then you just slide out the barrel and the hop assembly. Fairly easy, isn't it? So, this is the tuning barrel. Let's just check it. Seems to be the same length. Looks pretty good. But actually, the tuning barrel is thicker than the original one. You need to remove those two screws. Then you can just slide out or slide off the clip here. And after that, you can just change the barrel. That's quite easy. It's more easy if you remove the spring. Nothing very hard here. But what's actually quite hard is the amount of just dirt you can just remove from the hop rubber. I just decided to clean it a little bit. I just decided that it doesn't have to be oily, and yeah, it's a fucking mess. So I have no hop rubber to change, so I will use the original one. I guess if it's not oily anymore, it could work quite okay. So this slides in very easy, and we reassemble this stuff. Well, but you haven't thought this is over yet, haven't you? We have to reassemble this whole bullshit thing. So you have to just somehow get the cable through the body. Got it. Then you have to hold the gearbox the right way around. I just fucked it up. Then you have to add all the spacer bullshit and the dust cover bullshit, and then there is on the other side, I just fucked it up, this little, I will show you. There's this notch where you have to get the the part of the fire selector in to ensure this thing will have a proper select fire and semi-auto. Maybe you can see it. There is a little hole in the plastic thing, and there is a little notch on the gearbox, and the pin on the gearbox needs to get this pin here. Can you see it? This one needs to get in the hole on that plastic part. And if you don't do this, your gun will shoot only full auto. And if you're not doing this right, okay, there's only one way to do it. So, yeah, only full auto, and this is on semi, and you will not be able to put the gun on auto anyway. Whatever. This is crucial. Put it back in place. And it's quite... yeah. Let's say it's as annoying as the rest of the gun. At this point I actually did this. Can you see the movement here? This thing needs to be click, clack around. Okay, good. Next up. This is the part you all came for. This is the part we are learning how to build a MOSFET to an Mp7 on Marui Mp7 on... I have no idea who else did this. Okay, so there are these two pins where the wires used to go. The right pin, from our perspective, is one that goes to the switch. Also, the right connector for the fuse goes to the switch. So we can use these two as our switch contacts. That's it. You now learned it. We have our switch up there. We can just solder our signal wires there. And that's it. Quite fucking easy, isn't it? So, yeah, sure, of course, you have to reach out with your soldering iron and just get a signal wire on there. But in fact, it's really, really, really easy. Okay, I just decided to remove a little bit of material, and I need to drill a hole. Why? Because I want to get the cables to the front where the original battery compartment was. This makes sense, doesn't it? What we are going to shove in there is an ASMOS Nano AEG MOSFET, which is of course an overkill, but every MOSFET would be an overkill, but we need one. So, yeah, this thing looks quite easy. Everything's explained quite okay. We need to have two signal wires. We need to have a red wire going in, a black wire going in, a red wire going out, a black wire going out. Quite easy. So I will solder my wires to the MOSFET and to the gun, and then I will solder the gun to the MOSFET, and then it will be finished, and I'm gonna do this very fast. Give me a second. Alright, I did it. So this is how it should look like. Of course there is one cable missing, but yeah, that's how it should look like. We just get the signal wire on the switch contact first. This is a little bit hard, because you have to reach down with your soldering iron. Obviously, it didn't work. Yeah, I will do this, and then we will shove all the cables to the front after we did the proper shrinking tube on the MOSFET. And then it will look perfect. And then we will try out the gun, and obviously I have no idea if it's working or not. I just know the gearbox will work. Oh boy, I'm not happy about this. Good. So, this is working. Semi is working well a little bit. Okay, just come on. Get back in there. My battery is too strong, of course. So I have no consistent semi-auto. Anyway, fire selector works, semi works most of the time, full auto works, safe works. Amazing. Now just have to shoot. I'm gonna try it out. Loading. Let's get out there. Pew, 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 pew. 0.43 to 0.45. Not bad actually. Let's try it. Fuck you, door, for no particular reason. Okay, there is like a lot of hop. I'm gonna get it out and try again. And rough cut! I got all the hop out. Or not everything, but that's it. Final and exhausting result. I'm quite happy with that. This is just barely legal. And I think it may be the best you can get out of this thing.